Hello and welcome to the DonCast, a podcast all about Doncaster. Today we're back on the Trader series and our third trader is Martyn Pippard, the gentleman fishmonger. Martyn and I discussed the part social media has played in his business booming over the last 12 months and where the phrase "morning darling" actually came from. The DonCast is sponsored by Market Asset Management, the market operators. Let's get straight into the episode.
So away we go then.
I think this is my best side, I think.
Yeah, they both look similar. Very good sides.
It's nice talking without a mask on, to be fair.
Yes.
So I know that we've got to wear it and I'm quite prepared to it. And I'm getting used to it at the market. I'm even taking my glasses off now because they steam up all the time. But it is quite nice to talk normal and to for my facial expressions to open my mouth and you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean because I like to talk, and when I'm knocking around and I'm trying to talk to people, it's just so. And you're doing this with your eyes, like I am listening to you, and people can't see what you're doing. You just look like a weirdo.
You lose something in conversation, don't you? Even though you're still having a conversation, you do lose something conversing with people, don't you?
Yeah, 100% you do. Yeah, facial expressions is the best way.
Oh, it is nice to talk.
It is. So we've got Martyn Pippard from the Gentleman Fishmonger. That's right.
Hello, David. Yes, you have. Yes.
Great. How I like to do this, Martyn, is I feel it's best for you to introduce who you are and what you do because you know more about you than what I do.
Okay. All right.
So who are you and what do you do, please?
Okay. So I'm Martyn Pippard. I am the Gentleman Fishmonger. We've been in Doncaster Market for quite a few years. 1996, I had my own stall. And then this last year, we've changed from Martyn's Famous Fish Stall, which originally, that's the name of the business. And then we've rebranded and we've gone into the Gentleman Fishmonger. So, and I'm a fishmonger in Doncaster Fish Market.
Yeah. And so that's a lot of years. What is that? 24 years, 25 years this year?
96. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, 25 years. And then I think it was 86. I think another 10 years before that, I used to work for a well-known company, fish merchants in Doncaster called Warners, which is still going now. Which still one of the sons has got it now. And tragically, they've had a bereavement in the family this last couple of weeks, and the funeral was on Sunday. So my condolences go out to them. And
Certainly. And so you've been involved in the fish game for ages, basically.
Yeah, for ages, since the back end of the miner strike, really. So I did start as an apprentice to be a plumber with a guy who was at Wilsick, which is near Doncaster. And then he had a lot of work that was around the Maltby and Doncaster area. And then when the miner strike came, all the work dried up and I was out of work. So food, there was an inn for the food at the Doncaster Fish Market, and it just moved on from there, really.
Yeah. So you kind of fell into it then, because one thing that I like to ask people in these types of industries, because it's very niche, it's very specific, it's not an office job. No. It's very, very niche. I like to ask, like, why do you do what you do, or did you just happen to fall into it and then fall in love with it?
Yeah, well, that's right. And then personal situations and relationships, and it was a steady job as well. And I seem to be fairly good at it. So it just went from being a market hand to being a manager, and then to actually buying the business off Warner's Fish Merchants Limited, and then setting up as my own. So yeah.
And what is it about fish? What do you love about it? Because I can tell when I watch your videos and stuff, it's not just the job.
No, it's not.
Actually love it.
No, I do actually. I really do. I love it. I love eating it, and I love getting the best of what I can get. I like the quality. I like the feeling of people enjoying what they're going to put inside the bodies, eating the best quality, and I want them to come back next week and get them a buzz about it. I do, when I sell a nice piece of fish and whoever I'm selling it to, I get like goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because I know that they're going to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if they've got a passion for it and they want good fish, I know that I am giving them good fish. So when they taste it, they're going to go, wow. They're going to come next week and they're going to say, that was absolutely fabulous. And that gives me that gives me the buzz.
Yeah.
I've even got goosebumps now.
Talking
about it. Yeah.
No,
I love fresh fish. I love the quality of it. I know that's going to taste nice, and I know that's going to taste nice.
Yeah.
And it's good for you and everything like that. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just passion, I suppose.
Yeah, I get it because obviously myself being in and around the market quite a lot over the last six months or so, talking to a lot of people, because pretty much all of the businesses across the market, whether it be fishmongers, greengrocers, butchers, everybody, it means that bit more because it's not a big corporation. You're not just an employee. Everybody across our market, Doncaster Market, takes pride in every single ingredient, every single product they do. And so I 100% understand what you're saying, because I think it's the same across the board, across the whole market.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And talking of the last 12 months now, isn't it? This COVID.
12 months.
We don't like to talk about it too much, but we've got to, because it's controlling everyone's lives to a certain extent at the moment. What have you found quite difficult, or one of the biggest challenges you've had over the last 12 months? Has there been anything in particular you thought, this is tricky?
Tricky wise.
Was there anything around like the rebranding? Because I know you've done that. That came just after COVID.
Everything sort of fell into place, really. Since, when you did the video of the KD Davis, which for the early, and that were very, very good, and still is very, very good. And that was the sort of thing that we thought, well, yeah, that's brilliant. And can we do something similar to that? And then that brought us on to what we did with the videos. Then everybody, well, a lot of places all shut down and that because of the coronavirus. And then there weren't many of us in the fish market or in the market, but we wanted to keep the market open. So we thought that the least people there, the less chance it is to have open. So we kept going. So the hours, the market hours, that were very challenging to start with, and to keep everybody safe while we're being busy was quite challenging. The social distancing, that was really challenging. But as in fish wise and getting the availability of fish, it's been quite consistent, to be fair. And there hasn't been any silly prices that take things off the scale. So everything's been all right, and everything's gone for us has been. We've grown at certain points, and so here we are today.
It's one of those things, isn't it, where if there is a silver lining, it's probably coronavirus has probably given a few people that nudge to do things that they maybe wouldn't have done at that point, and then they've come out better for it.
Yeah, that's right. And I wouldn't want to say that a silver lining by any means, but we are very, very fortunate that we can still go to work and we can still socialize, because we socialize with customers. We don't socialize at the pub or going out or anything like that. But we are so lucky that we can. Our life is not normal, because it's not normal, but we can still go to work. We can still talk to people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Because for some people, they're just stuck inside, sat at home, no one to talk to other than through a screen. So you're right. We are quite lucky at the market. And when you mentioned there about the videos and stuff that probably started a year ago now. In fact, I think it was. I think the KD video was January 2020. I think.
Yeah, I think I had one of them pop-up things on Facebook. I think.
Oh yeah. Good. How have you found that then? The world of vlogging, if you like. You're on film now every day.
I've just been introduced to that word today, so I didn't even know that word. So I am a little bit of a dinosaur in this. But my Sarah, she's more of the media guru in the company, and she drags me along or pushes me along. But it's very, very good. It is very good. It's challenging sometimes. Sometimes I'm busy and I don't want to do it. But once I get into it, I'm fine.
And you're just a talent. Leave all the editing to Sarah.
Yeah. There's plenty of there's plenty of rolls of film on the floor, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In the cutting room.
I bet there is, definitely. I know we've edited my own videos and stuff. It's like the editing process is
and it takes some time, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because you're a fishmonger, I can't not ask you what your favorite fish is.
My favorite, I've got lots of favorite fish. There's not a fish that I don't like, really. What I would call an ordinary favorite fish is haddock. Haddock, I love haddock. If I go to a fish and chip shop, it's haddock. I like haddock done in the oven. Haddock is probably my favorite fish. But there's lots of different types, textures and types. And flat fish, I like a brill. I like brill as a flat fish. But then tuna as a raw, to eat sushi style.
Yeah. Do you know, I ate tuna steak for the first time a couple of months ago in my life, and I could not believe it.
It's amazing.
Incredible.
People turn their nose up at being raw in the middle, but it cannot not be raw in the middle. It has to be a raw bit of fish in the middle. Sealed around the outside, some nice sesame seeds, and then dip it in a bit of soy sauce. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't believe it. I remember saying to my wife at the time, I'm not my wife at the time, she's still my wife. I just remember at the time of eating the tuna, I'm eating it and I'm like, why have I never eaten this in my entire life before?
I know.
It's my favorite thing about being around Doncaster Market as part of my job. My favorite thing is all these new things that I'm trying. There's loads, and who knew? Well, I mean, obviously you knew, but fish. There's so many different types of fish. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and they can be better at different times of the year as well. So when they say it's in season, when it's at its best, when it's at a prime, and then it can have rowing at certain times of the year, which people like roe, which is the eggs. Some people like that. Then just after the eggs, just after they've spawned, the fish is not in very good condition, so that it's best to leave that fish alone and then get another month or so and it comes into its own again. So you can have it at the wrong times of year and it's not as good as other times of year. But there is lots and lots of different. Red mullet is one of my favorite fish as well.
Red mullet.
Sarah cooked me some of that the other week, and I honestly can say it's the best fish that I've ever eaten. And she cooked it so simply. Really.
That is amazing. I've got to ask you, it's much requested.
Right.
I don't know if you know what's coming. The hello and morning, darling, on the videos.
The morning, darling.
Where did that? Was that something that you did naturally, and then it became a thing?
Yes, I'm quite sure that the first video when the first lockdown here, I'm sure it was just a morning, darling, because I like the darling. I like calling my loved ones darling, and not just Sarah, but all the kids and the grandkids and that. So I've always been a darling. I don't mind calling my grandson darling as well. Darling is quite a word for me, and it just came from there. So it wasn't put in anything like that. It's natural.
That's good, because it's also turned into a fantastic bit of branding and marketing. Because everyone says it now. Everyone refers to it.
I know. I've got quite a few. Well, I've got a lot of butcher friends, and they all walk through the market in the morning, and it's a morning, darling, morning, darling. It sort of like echoes around the market.
That's branding. That is branding when people start to do that, and the fact that it came so natural as well.
I might have to trademark it.
Yeah, I would definitely. Sarah will be googling that now. I'd change.
Yes, yes, probably will be. Yeah. I'm surprised she hasn't done it. She may well have done it. It might be just waiting to be,
Do you
finalised.
think? Have you seen then? Because you're so relentless with the social media content.
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, it probably obviously has helped the business grow a lot quicker than what it would have done naturally, maybe.
Yeah, massively. I possibly 6 months before this, when your team, when Doncaster Markets or Mam, I don't know which one. When I can't remember her name, she came round and asked and said about the Facebook and that, and I poo-pooed it a little bit and just said, "Oh, I haven't got time to do it," and that, and yeah, I know it's out there, but, and it always a but.
Yeah.
But then it is such a massive thing now, especially with people having the time, because this is the way forward, isn't it? People, this is what's happening.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's one of those things. Corona's never good, but it has highlighted certain things, and I think it's highlighted the fact that taking your business online is not a luxury anymore. It's a must. You've really got to do it, because you imagine this last 12 months nearly now, if you're not online, how do people know what you're doing or where you are? Or
and it's pulling so many people. We get so many new customers that are coming in now, all age groups as well, from 18 to 80. Lots of new faces, and are enjoying coming into the market, and not just with the Gentleman Fishmonger, but all the stores around as well. It's it's generating a lot of business around. Well, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is generating a lot of business around the market.
It is, definitely, because everywhere I look, there's just content about the market everywhere.
Yeah,
that's only a good thing. And the fact that I don't know how many businesses we've got across the market now, but the more people highlighting the market, even though you're obviously 99% of it is you highlighting your business, but it still gives off that impression. Wow, everything's happening at the market. It's all happening.
Yeah, and we're trying to pull, we've tried to pull other businesses in and take the camera around other business, because we went to Josie's. We've been to Josie's, and we've been to certain butchers and that, and tried to get veg stall in it. Just to get people to come into the market.
Yeah.
Because if they come into I don't want them to come to us, but I want to keep the market. The market is the big community thing, and I want it to stay that way. And I want it to be the focal part of the town. I want it to be the heart of the town. I don't want it to be on the corner of the town. I want the market to be, the life of the town. And it is at the moment.
Yeah.
It really is at the moment. There's nothing happening away from the market in town now.
No.
The town is relying on the market, I think, now.
I 100% agree. That's the angle that I definitely go out with content that I create related to the market. I fully believe that the market is the hub of the community.
Yes, absolutely.
100%. And this last 12 months is we've been given an opportunity to bring new people in and say, look, this is on your doorstep. How good is this? And I think a lot of people are now realizing, oh wow, I didn't quite realize how good the market was.
And the best is on their doorstep as well. It's not a £5 for a quid or buy one get one free. It's not that sort of. It is the best at reasonable money on the market as well.
Yeah, 100% agree. So you're up for an award. This is correct.
Yes, we are. My darling Sarah is up for an award. Yes. So we've had the interview.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting to see what's happening with the scoring, I suppose. I don't know how they're scoring it, but we are up against some quite big companies. I think NHS is one of them as well.
Oh wow.
So, so it's big ask, I think. But fingers crossed, and hopefully Sarah's done so much work, and so hopefully.
It's great to be in the race.
Yes, it did. Yeah,
definitely. With some of the people that are nominated, it's like, it's kind of like you've already won.
We've already won. Yeah, we've already won. Yeah, we've already won. Yeah, we have already won.
I hope you do actually win though.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah,
and I'll be doing everything I can via the market pages to amplify any messages you put out about that. So if it does go to any sort of public voting or anything like that, let's shout about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a lot of customers, and they say that we should win it, and so yeah, we've got a lot of people behind us. So hopefully, yes.
That market community.
Yeah, market community. Yeah,
That's it.
and the customers as well. We've got a lot of customers that are know about it, and they're behind it as well.
Definitely. So the last question that I have, I like to ask everybody who's on the market. Let's pretend you can't be a fishmonger. Oh, obviously, that never happens. You're going to be there forever. But you're not a fishmonger. There is no gentleman fishmonger. You've got to work somewhere across the market that's present right now. Where would you work?
Where would I work? Now that is a hell of a question, that one, isn't it? Where would I work? I'd work somewhere that can have a heater. That's where I'd work. Somewhere a little bit warmer than what we have now.
Yeah. Well, I don't where can I have an heater across that market? I mean, it's not that cold. It's nice in summer.
It is nice in summer, isn't it?
It is.
Nice in summer. But I don't think I'd want to work on the fruit stalls. It's too much like hard work out there, and they see that weather in all conditions, don't they?
They do.
Summer months it's unbelievably hot, and then in winter months they can, it's terrible.
Maybe
a butcher.
A butcher.
Maybe a butcher.
Quite good butcher. I've had a go at a few bits.
Yeah, because they're in shops, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite warm, isn't it? Butchers. Yeah.
There you go. Gentleman butcher.
Yeah. Well, that might be something to get into that.
That's the expansion plan, and we've had the exclusive.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
Well, that's all I've got. Unless there's anything else that you want to add to this, I really appreciate you giving us some time.
Yeah, and it's been good to talk to you as well. Yeah, it's been good.
Good. Thank you very much, mate.
I don't think there's anything else. Just keep coming down, and everybody, keep coming to the market. Keep looking out for all our special offers on the Gentleman Fishmongers. We're doing ready to cook stuff and things. So yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it.
So there it is. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast or watching the podcast, depending where you are. Please like, follow, subscribe, depending on what platform you're on, and follow us on social media. This podcast was sponsored by Market Asset Management, the market operators. And remember to follow the journey of the podcast studio that's being built currently in the Wool Market in Doncaster, where we'll be recording, so I'm not stuck here in my 1-year-old's bedroom for much longer. You can follow the journey across the social media channels, just search the DonCast, and we'll see you in the next episode.